It's a new year, and that means a new you, right? Well, according to numerous scientific studies, probably not. And if you're like most people and you want to improve this year through your New Year's resolutions, but you can never quite manage to make them stick, trust me when I tell you, you're not alone. Now, if you're like most people and you've seen your fair share of motivational videos on YouTube or Gary Vee talking about hustling, and you're wondering to yourself, where the heck does he get all that energy from? And you get all worked up watching that motivational video thinking this year's gonna be different, but then tomorrow you find yourself watching the 13th season of Criminal Minds on Netflix. Just because a new calendar year begins doesn't magically make you adopt all of these new and productive habits. Creating real change in your life is actually really hard. But luckily for you, it's not impossible. Sometimes it's your environment holding you back. Have you ever tried to work in a dirty environment with socks all over the ground, growing mushrooms, wondering whether or not that makes you a dad? Sometimes it's the people in your life holding you back. Yo, K-Dog, let's go crush a 12-pack of Miller High Lifes and pick up some babes. But most of the time, it has nothing to do with anything or anyone else. The real reason most people can't stick to their New Year's resolutions is the same reason they probably can't stick to anything else. The new year is not some magic wand that just fixes all of your problems magically, because a new year is just another day and you're the same exact person as you were the day before, regardless of how temporarily motivated you feel. Those Instagram notifications on your phone are not going away. That PS4 isn't going anywhere. Netflix is going to be just as easy to use, and your favorite websites are still going to be around. And the truth is, nothing is going to change unless you change it. According to scientific studies, it takes anywhere from 18 to 66 days to really form a habit to the point where it becomes automatic and second nature. And even though the new year is technically just another day and another month, as human beings, we find illogical importance for certain days more than others, such as our birthday. So that on our birthdays, we can be sadder than we usually are on every other day of the year. Or like Valentine's Day, where we can celebrate with our loved ones. Love you, boo. And so January 2020, this month, right here, right now, where you're watching this from anywhere in the world, does have more significance than just any other month. Because it represents a fresh start, and it gives us a temporary motivational boost that we don't have any other time of year, and that temporary motivational boost is huge in helping us kickstart a brand new productive habit in our lives. And yes, I said habit. I did not say habits with an S, and it's a very, very important distinction. If you think you're gonna start meditating 3 hours a day in between your cold showers while you're doing your yoga lessons, all while building a multi-million-dollar business overnight, then you're gonna have a bad time. Trust me when I tell you, forming one habit is hard enough, and trying to form multiple habits simultaneously is next to impossible. So let's break this down with some actual implementable steps so that you can really get the most out of this video, out of January 2020, and out of 2020 as your year to really make a difference in your life. Step one is to narrow down and really isolate what single habit would make the most profound difference in your life right now. For me, it's waking up earlier in the morning, but for you, it might be cutting out Instagram or Netflix from your life, or going to the gym 5 days a week, or dedicating more time to working on your business or learning digital marketing or e-commerce. It doesn't matter what it is. For everyone, it's probably different, but only you can isolate what single habit could have the most profound impact on your life. For me, it's waking up earlier in the morning. It makes me feel better. I have more energy. I get to work out earlier. I get an earlier start than everyone, and I have more time to actually put in working on my business and doing the things that I love, which is creating content on YouTube and recording podcasts for you guys. And so you'll notice the habit I chose has a lot of indirect benefits. I get to work out earlier, get more things done earlier, have more energy for the rest of my day, have all of these indirect benefits from just forming a single habit. And all of that stuff, it does not happen overnight. I had to train myself to actually enjoy working out more in the morning. I had to work extremely hard to find something that I actually enjoyed doing, like creating content for you guys on YouTube and recording podcasts that you guys have given me so much awesome feedback for lately. We just hit 250,000 downloads, 250,000 on a podcast that I literally record on my phone. Shameless plug, link in bio. I mean, link in the description. Sorry, this isn't Instagram. I don't know what I'm talking about. And so for 2020, my single most important habit that I'm going to form has to be tangible. So it means waking up before 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time every single day, regardless of when I go to sleep. And so my normal sleep schedule, since people ask me so often, is 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. 7 days a week. I like to sleep for between 6 and 7 hours per night. That's what kind of makes me feel the most refreshed and the most awake in the morning. It obviously depends a lot on you and your specific body, but you'd be surprised at what your body can actually get used to if you train it to do things. And so for me, 6 or 7 hours works amazing. So let me know down in the comments how many hours per night you sleep. And to help you even further, make sure that whatever habit you choose actually sticks. Here are the best 2 brain hacks that I've figured out to help actually hack your way into forming a new and productive habit. Because in many ways, our brains are very similar to animals. No, not like that. In many ways, we actually behave very similarly to dogs. If your dog does something good, you give him a treat, he realizes that that's good behavior, gets rewarded, wants to do it again. Our brains work in a very similar way with reward psychology. So if you do something productive, give yourself a reward, right? If you work for an hour of deep work on your computer and you actually get a lot of things done, you feel very productive, then go and actually watch Netflix or play Xbox or do something that you want for a defined time limit, right? For 30 minutes, go play Xbox after doing an hour of work. And you'll start to literally train your own psychology and your own brain to actually feel a reward and a benefit from doing something productive in your life. And this really does work. When I first started to actually train myself to enjoy going to the gym, I didn't really like it. So I told myself that every time I went to the gym, I would play PS4 for 30 minutes. And so I used to go to the gym and actually look forward to the time that I actually could play video games and not feel guilty doing it. Because if you're like a lot of people, you might feel guilty watching Netflix or playing video games all day. And so instead, use it as a reward for actually getting productive work done, and watch your life and your overall happiness and your feeling of accomplishment seriously start to soar. And then after a little while going to the gym, I started to look better, I started to feel better because of it, and then I started to actually enjoy the habit when at first I hated it. So I literally hacked my brain into having reward psychology to actually get a reward every time I did it until I started to actually feel the benefits from it, and then I liked the habit and it was ingrained into my lifestyle. The second hack that you can use to really enforce building a new habit and making it stick is don't tell yourself that you're gonna go to the gym every single day for the whole year of 2020. Say to yourself, I'm gonna go to the gym every day for the next week. For the next 7 days, I'm going to go to the gym every single day for 7 days. It's so much less overwhelming, right? You don't feel like you're up against the world. And a funny thing happens after you go to the gym for that first 7 days. Going to the gym for the next 7 days becomes so much infinitely easier. And so at the end of the day, the secret to really sticking to your New Year's resolutions is hitting that like button. Okay, no, maybe it doesn't actually help you stick to your resolutions, but it does help with the YouTube algorithm and showing this video to more people like you who actually might enjoy watching it, and it might be able to help them stick to their New Year's resolutions too. Also, I wanted to give a huge shout out to KD fam member right here, who was our most recent $100 winner for being the first commenter on our video. Every single video that we drop, whoever is the very first commenter wins $100, and it's literally that simple. So if you want to be our next winner, make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell squad so that you are the first person to know every single time we drop a brand new video. So if you want to stick to your New Year's resolutions, and I mean really stick to them this year in 2020, what I recommend you do is choose a single habit, channel your inner doggy to reward your animalistic pleasure brain, and break down your habit into bite-sized chunks, like a dog would. Why is everything about dogs now? All right, I love you guys. More awesome videos are coming your way in 3, 2, 1. Peace.